But I just want to make one final comment on West Indies cricket, just briefly. I think it must be said that there's one Prime Minister that has been very consistent as far as this whole issue of West Indies cricket is concerned. Way back. My own concern is one thing. It's not a personal thing. In fact, you have hardly hear me speak. Even when I felt that there were elements, there were concerns by the population in general with the non-selection of a Grenada and a West Indies team, I never spoke out publicly about this because I did not think it was right for us to, as leaders or politicians, to get involved directly in the selection or in activities of West Indies cricket. That was my consistent position. It cannot be said that has been consistent throughout the region. And many places, people are making noise when a player gets left out of West Indies team. So I've been consistent about what is best for the overall West Indies cricket, not just what is best for one island or the other. And I am convinced that given where we are in the cricket, the situation of cricket in the region, given the fact that we are fighting to beat Afghanistan, for example, if we do not come to terms with our management of West Indies cricket, we are going to be in a lot of trouble. We will consistently keep going down the ladder. That is my concern. And I want to make it very clear here. It seems like the debate has shifted that some Prime Minister want the West Indies Cricket Board to be dissolved and some do not want it to be. This is certainly not my issue. My issue is the overall management of West Indies cricket. We agreed as heads to recommend with the West Indies Cricket Board, it was not by ourselves, to recommend a team of Caribbean nationals with a history of success in their own areas. And we define the areas that we will choose, from academic, from law, from cricket. We define those areas. And both the West Indies Cricket Board and the CARICOM community. It was not CARICOM deciding and West Indies Cricket Board opposing. Both decided, at the present board chairman of president of West Indies Cricket was very chummy with the Prime Minister of Grenada. He used to be here very often. Let's make it very clear. So we agreed jointly on the choice. In fact, the present president of the West Indies Cricket Board nominated two persons directly. He nominated Warren Smith, the president of the Caribbean Development Bank. It was not me. He nominated the present Chief Justice of the Caribbean Court of Justice, Sir Dennis Byron, who was also on the governance of West Indies Cricket Board. In fact, he asked Cameron, the president of the board at that time, now you all have recommended me to be on this regional panel, and I'm now on your governance, still on what governance of West Indies. I can't remain on both. So I should either not accept the offer to be on the regional or not content. Cameron told him he could resign from the WIC governance board, and he suggests that he stays with the recommendation for him to be on the panel. So the panel was empaneled with the total support of the West Indies Cricket Board and the CARICOM leadership. They were given an understanding that their work, we both agreed that their recommendation will be accepted and as far as possible implemented. It was not me. I see it being shifted as if I wanted the board to go. This is so far from the truth. So all of us agreed on this, and that is what transpired. After the recommendation was presented, and the board recognized that some of its powers would, of course, be affected that is when all hell broke loose. The regional leaders agreed on this, so I was surprised, and I mentioned before, that after we've decided on this, the board now decided to reject the recommendation of the same panel that it had agreed to. Clearly, my friends, and I'm speaking to basically to you as media here, your Prime Minister had never been involved in dictating what happens to West Indies cricket. I am only interested in one thing: improvement of the management of West Indies cricket, and improvement of our success in West Indies cricket, because I believe cricket, to some extent, defined our identity over the years. And I believe we've lost, are losing fast, that important aspect of our past. And that's a fundamental. On this note, I end this opening present piece, and I'm sure you'll have the opportunity now, colleagues. Keisha?
Yes.
Thank
you, Prime Minister. Thank you. We open the floor for questions. Please indicate, state your media house.
Good morning, Karima Lewis, the New City Newspaper. Mr. Prime Minister, I had a question in relation to your last comments. So I'm just going to cut it short. What would be your reaction to the Prime Minister of Antigua saying that your position on the West Indies Cricket Board is flawed? What would be your reaction to that?
Well, clearly, I explained. It's up to you now to judge whether it's flawed. I mean, I can't clearly. If I thought it was flawed, I would not be advancing it. But you listen to him and you listen to me. So use your judgment. Whose position is flawed? I think that's the key to it. Our country is not the headquarters of the West Indies Cricket Board. I have not invested in asking the West Indies Board in a partnership with Stanford Cricket Ground. I don't get any games right now. We don't get a game. So I have nothing. We're getting nothing as Grenada. So I don't know that how my friend, and it's unfortunate because he's my friend, could say that my position is flawed. I would not even say that his position is flawed. I would not say that. I respect heads, every single head, so much that I would not go against publicly and describe any actions of theirs as flawed.